Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're listening to this. There I go, I look like Casper again. I don't know what it is about my complexion. It must be this snow out here, killing my vitamin D, killing my sunshine. I need to get back to the beach. I guess Florida's calling my name this time of year. Well, anyway, I wanted to do this little episode today on what does it mean to be an entrepreneur. And I don't mean these newbie entrepreneurs over the last 8 to 10 years. I mean long-time entrepreneurs. People who have been in this industry, in any industry, for a long enough period of time and have gone through ups and downs. I'm seeing so many people on Facebook, especially, so many people running these, shows and events that have not been around pre-2008, 9, 10. When the market dumped, okay, that's my navigation. That's what an entrepreneur is. Who's there when things are thin and things are great? Who's been through the tough times? Who can get through those? Who's honest with their investors? Entrepreneurs, people always look at me, and at this point, I get people call me up and they want us to coach them. And a lot of them want free information. And, we'll give a little bit of free information, only because I just don't have the time to really sit down and coach somebody effectively, the right way, with a couple answers on Facebook. It's not the way to do it. There's enough free information out there. If you don't want to pay for somebody, that's fine. But it's funny how many people out there are paying for these so-called entrepreneurs and their advice when they've never been through a down market, okay? It's easy to make money in this market. If you're not making money in this market, you're doing something wrong, I'll be honest with you. It's very easy to make money in this market. Okay? I always tell people, I busted my butt for so many years. I've been doing entrepreneurship for about 28, 29 years. Literally since I'm 18 years old. And yes, I've had other jobs. Yes, I was in the military. Yes, I was a police officer. Yes, I built up an online marketing company to be one of the top in the industry when I was there. Because I built sales organizations. That's what I do. It's entrepreneurship. But I've busted my butt all the way through. And that's what an entrepreneur does, okay, in the beginning. They do what it takes to get their business off the ground. And they deal with everything they have to deal with. So I always tell people, I work the way you won't work now so I can live the way you want to live in the future. And it's funny because I see so many people. I must have at least 5+ people a week ask me if they can work with me, if I can mentor them. And I literally take nobody, because every time I do that, I have not found anybody who's willing to put in what it takes to get there. Now remember, an entrepreneur would do what it takes without you hand-holding them. Nobody taught me this business. I learned this business by myself with hard knocks. And that's how you learn the business. That's an entrepreneur. It's willing to do what it takes no matter what, get knocked down, get back up, find a different way, and do what it takes. An entrepreneur is not somebody who's out there just marketing themselves because they're doing events. That's not an entrepreneur. That's a great marketer, okay? Your best entrepreneurs are not even doing events for the most part. We're asked to speak at a lot of events, and most of them, unfortunately, we turn down. Why do we turn them down? Because we don't feel that the person running the event has the right mindset or is doing it for the right reason other than to make a couple bucks. Okay, and then they're not willing to share in any of that money with the entrepreneur. So what we love doing is we love doing keynotes. We love teaching people about life, a life story. If anyone thinks that they've had it hard in life, I'm never going to say I have it harder than everybody else, but I want people to understand I've not had an easy life. From the time I've grown up, never had an easy life. And I want people to understand that there's no excuse. There is absolutely no excuse in this world that you can't be successful. There's people with no arms, no legs, and they're in great shape. They're working out every day. So what's my excuse for not going to the gym? There is no excuse for it. Okay, and I understand that, and that's something I'm looking to tackle, to get my health back in the top condition like I was, and I'm going to do that. Okay, because I know there's no excuses. I'm done with excuses. Okay, you don't like to get on the phone and talk to people. That's no excuse. Absolutely no excuse. If you want to get where you want to be, you got to be willing to be uncomfortable. Always be uncomfortable. Okay, and what I'm going to do in 2018, we already paid a lot of money for our marketing, and our podcast is going to be launched. Okay, I'm not giving away what it is. I'm not giving away the name of it right now. It's being tied into our site. There's a lot happening in 2018, and I refuse to take any excuses from anybody. Okay, if they think paying for a mentor is a waste of money, well, then you're ridiculous. I pay a mentor right now. Okay, you need a coach in your life. You need someone to hold you accountable. It's not about, hey, just how to flip a house, hey, how to buy a rental, hey, how to make passive income. You need a mentor in everything you do. Whether it's, healthcare. Well, I'm going to pay a health coach. Okay, because I need somebody that's an expert that's going to hold me accountable. Okay, obviously, I've been working out since I'm 14 years old. Okay, 31 years. Yes, I'm 45 years old. 31 years. I should be ripped like Arnold Schwarzenegger was. Like Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone. My man is ripped at 60-something years old. I should be like him. But why? I don't have a coach. And you know what? If you don't have a coach that's holding you accountable, then you're going to fail. Okay? You always need somebody to hold you accountable. Okay? And what I'm reading on there, some people saying don't pay for coaching. And I'm not selling coaching because I don't even really enjoy coaching that much. Unless it's the right person. And then I'd almost do it for free anyway. It has to be the right person. Okay, and I only take on a few people a year, so it's not about me. But I know there's some great coaches out there, okay, great mentors out there, and people don't have a few $1,000s to pay them to come and sit with them or whatever it is for their time. And that's the most ridiculous thing in the world. They have 20, 30 years. Like I have almost 29 years of heartache in this business as an entrepreneur, from everything, from the mortgage business, the sales, to doing real estate, to building sales organizations, to speaking at sales organizations with over 300 people in them. Okay? You're not willing to pay for my experience and my mistakes? Well, then if you don't value me for a dollar amount, well, then what would you value me for free? Okay? And just be careful. Do your due diligence. Anyone that's in this industry, in the last few years, okay, just be very careful who you listen to. Okay? Be very careful. And it's funny what I read and what I see and what I hear going on out there. And what you have to understand is you got to see where these people were when the market tanked. Like all of a sudden, everyone's a Bitcoin expert. Everybody's a Bitcoin expert. Well, I want to see somebody put all their money in Bitcoin, every dollar they have in Bitcoin. I mean, mortgage the hills. Take every dollar out of your equity in your house. Put it in Bitcoin. Let's see what happens when the market fails. Because eventually it will fail if you leave it in there long enough. Now, if you're going to trade it and you understand the market, you'll probably do okay. But if you're not an expert, stop listening to all these people. Last month, they were real estate experts. This month, they're Bitcoin experts. Hey, join my group. If you want to learn Bitcoin, join my group. How are you going to teach me about Bitcoin when you've never lost money in it? Is that who you want to learn from? Now, think about it. Is that who you want to learn from? You know what? If I want to learn real estate investing, I want to learn from the guy who lost his ass. That's who I want to learn from. The guy who lost his ass and came back and built it back up. That's who I want to learn from. I don't want to learn from somebody who was handed millions and millions of dollars by his daddy or his mommy. Somebody whose parents, funded all their deals. That's not who I want to hear from. Because I had nobody fund my deals. I had to go out as a young punk kid and try to get people to invest their money with me and trust me when I had no experience. How easy do you think that is? Okay? That's an entrepreneur. Doing what it takes to get it done. Okay, so many people ask me if they could work with me, and so many people, spend a week, spend a couple days, spend a couple months, wait for me to tell them to do everything, wait for me to hand them everything, and when it doesn't work for them, they're out of the business. Well, you know what? Go get a job. Walmart's hiring, Amazon hires at every place they're in, Costco hires. Go get a job. They pay $12 to $15 an hour. In fact, I understand McDonald's is going to be paying $15 an hour. Okay? Go get a job. That's $30,000 a year. That's what you want as a job. Go get a job. But if you truly want to be an entrepreneur, understand, especially in the beginning, you're going to do what it takes, no matter what. And nobody is going to tell you can't do it. Nobody. I don't care. It goes the same thing in sports. The one thing I hated in sports was when people said, You know, this kid, he's too small. This kid, he's too fat. This kid, he's too slow. He can't do it. He's too short to be a quarterback. You know, look at Doug Flutie. Look at Drew Brees. Drew Brees is probably one of the best quarterbacks of all time. We don't need 6 foot tall quarterbacks, every college coach says. Okay? Look at your MVP in baseball. What is he, 5'6"? People wouldn't even look at him. MVP on the Astros. Okay? Those are people with the win attitude. You can't do any wrong attitude. Nothing's going to stop me attitude. Okay? Nothing's going to stop me. I was told if I go to the military, I'll never finish my college. You know what I did? I ate that up. I probably wouldn't have went to college in the military. But I was told I wouldn't finish college in the military. You know what I did? Working 60 hours a week with a newborn, I finished from start to finish in 2 years. 2 years. Because they told me I couldn't do it. Okay? I could have just sat there and said, you know what? I have to work 60 hours a week. I have a wife. I have a newborn. I don't have time for this. I can't get it done. I have to sleep. I have to work. I did 30 credits per semester. I got it done in 2 years. I went full-time during the week. I worked at night. 3 days on, 2 days off, 3 days on, 3 days off in the hospital. As a corpsman in the Navy. And then on weekends, on Saturday and Sunday, I went full-time. From 8 to 4, full-time for 2 years straight. And I got my college degree in 2 years. Now, am I working in that field? No, I'm not working in that field. But they told me I wanted to make myself a better person. They told me that I was told by a family member that I would not finish college if I went to the military. That's what I was told. That's real good to tell you somebody, right? That's giving them positive thoughts. Or when someone tells somebody, hey, you're too slow to be a running back. You're too slow to be a linebacker in football. You're too short to be a quarterback. Who in the world are they to tell you can't do something because your size? You just set somebody up for failure in their life. That they're not worthy of anything. They're not worthy of being president of the United States. They're not worthy of being a successful entrepreneur. Okay? So watch what you say to people around you. And the other thing I want to note before I exit off here, because we're going to look at a property today. The other thing I want to look at, I want you guys to be aware of, is friendships, especially in business. You'll notice when you do well in business, everybody wants to be your friend. Everybody wants to be your friend. Okay? Let's see where they are. Did they ever pick up a phone and say, hey, how you doing? Just a text message. Hey, what's up? Anything new? Nope. Unless they can make money off you, you don't hear from them. And believe me when I tell you this, there's so many of them out there. I have to keep deleting friends on Facebook, not because I want to, because I keep hitting that 5,000 mark and I have to get rid of people that I don't have a relationship with to get more people that want to talk to us. But how many people hit you up and I look at it and I'm like, oh man, this guy does it, this girl, then whatever. They don't want a friendship. They're just there to use you. Okay? If you can't make them any money, they have nothing to do with you. Okay? So many people like that. Okay? So I always say, and I learned this a long time ago with the friendship part, that'll be a whole nother webinar. You know, if you can count your true friends on 1 to 2 hands, you're lucky. Now, I'm lucky I have a lot of friends from growing up, and we stay close. Okay? But these new friends out there that in business, you think they're your friends, just be careful. I mean, I see it in business. I see it on Facebook. You know, this one's my friend, this one's great, that one's great. If you don't make them money or have a chance to make them money, they won't even mention your name. Okay? I'm so sick and tired of that crap. You know, I really am. I gotta be honest with you. Because be real, people. Be real. And you'll notice, you'll start hanging out with more people that are positive. You'll start hanging out. They say your net worth is made up of your network. But understand that. It's all about net worth. That's not about friendship. You know, if you don't truly have a friend that you have no gain by hanging out with them, unless they're negative. If they're negative, you got to get rid of them. It's cancer. Get rid of them. Okay? But that's a friend. Okay? And I'll be honest. Some of my closest friends, I don't do any business with for a reason. I don't ask them to do business with me. They don't ask me. They've asked me questions. I kind of tell them what to do. But I don't, I'd rather them do business with somebody else sometimes. okay, depending on who it is, depending on their situation. If I could help them as a friend, yeah, I help them. I help them build their portfolios. They don't give me their money. They build their portfolios. I help them build that. I help them buy properties and put in their portfolios and teach them how to pay down their properties. Okay, that's a lot of what I do for those people. Okay, whereas people that raise money, they go to their friends and family, and if their friends don't give them money, you don't see them. But if their friends give them money, all of a sudden they're the best people in the world. Okay, so all right, who's on here? I'm at a red light. Yo, Carl, what's up? Thanks for joining, buddy. Great talking to you yesterday. We'll have you on 2018 for sure. Like what I see. What else we got on here? I'm sorry. Graham, what's up? Carl, that's so true. I was just talking about this. It's very true. Very true. Nothing I say is, unfortunately, I'm not going to pat myself, but I ain't going to BS anybody on this. Okay? Calculate a risk. Yes, definitely. Mario, thanks for being on, Mario. Mark. Oh, Mark's awesome. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate you being on. I know how busy you are with your life and what you're doing, and always appreciate what you're doing. Great guy to follow, Mark Pantak right there, guys. All right, well, I'm about at the house where we're going to look at here. So, and then having some get-together tonight with some friends of ours for a little male happy hour. It's good to get together. Once again, friends of ours, people that we don't even do business with, but friends of ours, for a little happy hour. And that's what it's all about. That's friendships. But I wish you all the well. I wish you all well. I'm sure we'll be on again before the holidays. And just think about that. Think about if you really want to be an entrepreneur and what does it take. And I could go through a little bit more when I have more time on what I've gone through in my life. And that'll be on the podcast in 2018. I think the intro will be my life intro and how I got to where I'm at. And there's a magazine article written on me about it. We speak about it. But, I would feel like I didn't go through the full spectrum if I didn't live the life I lived to get to where I am now. And I just want people to understand it's not an easy path. It's a long road. If you set it up the right way, you can get there. Anyone can get there. I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care if you're blind. I don't care if you're deaf. I don't care if you have no arms, no legs. I don't care if you're illiterate. I don't care if you're dyslexic. I don't care if you can't read. I don't care if you're scared to be around people. I don't care what it is. You can make it happen. And there's ways to make it happen. Okay? But you need that that can-do attitude, and nothing's ever going to stop you. And with that, I wish you all the success in the world. And just know, you're great, and you can make this happen no matter what issue you have. Have a great day.